If you send emails from MailChimp or private servers or any other way, and you want to know how to get out of the blacklist or how to check if your domain is blacklisted, I'm going to explain everything in details. Stick around. Let's begin. As someone who sends a lot of emails for my clients through private email servers, I also did a video on how to send mass emails from Gmail, and you can check that out as well on my channel. Um, I do know how important it is for your domain to be whitelisted at all times. If you get your domain blacklisted, that means that you run into trouble to send any emails, even from your own personal email. So let's say from your Gmail, if your domain is blacklisted, you're going to actually end up in spam. And you don't want to end up in spam. Of course, I don't have any problems with the spam because I do not use my own personal domain for email marketing. And the way to check that, it's very simple. You just copy paste your domain. You go to mxtoolbox.com and then you go to blacklists. And once you're there, you can enter IP or domain. Remove HTTPS. Sometimes it's going to give you a problem if you put in HTTPS. And give it some time. Just click blacklist, check. And it's going to show you if you are on any blacklist. Now, not all the blacklists are the same. You might see some minor blacklists, and that's okay. The most important ones are the Spam House Zen, and Barracuda, of course, and few others. Let me just see what else do they have. So Spam House Zen is one of the most important ones. If you're blacklisted here, you got to remove yourself. So the way to remove yourself, let me show you the blacklisted domain that I've been using for email marketing, and I'm going to show you how to remove yourself from the. Now, it doesn't mean that if you're blacklisted and if you ask them to remove, it doesn't mean that they will. It's actually on them if they're gonna choose to remove you or not. So when you see a timeout, that's fine. Nothing's happening there. You just didn't pull the thing from the record. Let me just try the whole domain. This one we've been sending a lot of emails from, and I would be surprised if it's not if it's not blacklisted. So there we go. I just had to put in the whole domain that we were sending from. So it's not blacklisted anywhere except the one that I said is the most important one. So if you're blacklisted on this one, it's like being blacklisted on all of them. It doesn't matter if you're not blacklisted on any other one. And when you're blacklisted, you want to see there is a reason here. So your IP address from our server, the IP address was listed. You click on the details, and you're gonna see. You can close this. You can go ahead and close that. Add blacklist monitor, so you can monitor this, but you don't have to do that. You can actually go to Spam House Zen directly, and then you can just check out why your IP address was blacklisted. So I'm going to copy this IP address, and then I'm going to go, or you can just go down on the bottom here. You have their, it's the same, it's eventually the same list. So what you want to do is this. You can go to blacklist. So blacklist, the removal central is the same thing. Blacklist. So let me check. Okay, so you're going to add that IP address. You're going to look it up, and the machine using the IP is infected with malware with emitting spam or sharing. So this is normal thing for you to see because they think the machine, because it's sending a lot of emails, that's why it's saying, hey, it's probably been infected. When it's not. We just installed the cold email server that was blasting for months, and it was a really great campaign. A lot of great campaigns from that server. So you want to I want to have this checked. I have already all the information. Go through this, read it, and if you want to remove yourself, so let's say if it's your private home IP address, you can even check your own IP address and see if it's blacklisted and do the same thing. So next step, and you want to give them your name, your email. I'm just putting whatever. and you want to confirm the email, and then you have to provide him with a message, and you can say like something like, hey, this, or hi, this is my own private home IP address, and I swear I wasn't spamming. I was just cold emailing, so whatever. But you want to tell them the reason why you think it's inside of the spam for them to remove it. You got to be honest. You can just say, hey, I've sent a little bit too many emails. I'm not going to send any more emails ever again. And they might remove you. Or you might just write something like, hey, I just got I got this IP. This is this is an honest thing, and it happens a lot of times for you. Even if you did a little bit of cold email marketing, you can just say, I have ISP that has shared IP addresses, and the one I got is blacklisted. Would you please remove it from the blacklist because my computer is not infected. I do not send any email outreach or cold emails. There is no reason for me to be on your blacklist. So you can say something like that, make it nice, and they will remove you. So it's a pretty fast removal. Once you do this, it might take up to a day. Sometimes I've seen it like within half an hour or so, you get removed, and then you can do the search again on here and see if they removed you. Again, they're not gonna remove this one. They know this is a private cold email server. But or even if they do, if I keep on sending, it's gonna put me back to this blacklist, and after that I'm not going to be able to get off it. So what I suggest doing is removing your IP address if it's your home IP address, or if it's your domain that you actually use for your emailing, if it's your own domain for the website. A lot of times, like companies like MailChimp, they ask you for the domain. The reason is they're going to censor your domain. And the messed up part is that they don't tell you you can get blacklisted really fast. So if in the case you got blacklisted, that's how you remove it. You can do the same for others. You click on the details, you find the website on the bottom, and you go to that website and then type in again your IP address or the domain, and you remove yourself. Make sure it's right there, blacklist removal center. Make sure you always remove yourself. You don't want to basically, has no issues. Okay, so it's the news. You don't want to be on these blacklists. It ruins your reputation. It sends pretty much all the emails into the spam. So make sure you're outside the blacklist. When you're sending cold email marketing, buy additional domain. If we set it up for you, we always get a separate domain. For the bulk servers, I get the separate domain so it does not affect your sending. When they click reply to, they can reply to your email, but when it's sending from an email address inside of the list, the way I set it up is so that your email sent from email is different than reply to email. So when they reply, they're gonna eventually reply to your email, and you can see that on campaigns. Uh, so you don't want to have email that you use regularly, every single day. You don't want to have that on your cold emailing. So let's say this is server's domain, this is server's domain, but reply to, I would put my own. So I would put your personal workforce at gmail.com. Search at yourpersonalworkforce.org. So that's what I would put in here. Reply to, it does not affect my domain. So make sure if you're listed, remove yourself. I gotta go work right now. Hopefully this helped. Subscribe, like, and I'm gonna be putting a lot more content. All the tricks and tips and tricks for the cold emailing. It's late. And for LinkedIn marketing, the next video I think I'm gonna do for LinkedIn outreach, automatic LinkedIn outreach, and a lot of other tricks for you to grow your business with affordable solutions, and to get as many clients as possible just using simple tools, simple outreach messages, etc. So if you liked it, like it, share it, subscribe to it, and I'll see you again. Thank you. Bye bye.